with that being said, let's get started. Hi, y'all. If you don't know, or if you're new here, or if you haven't been here in a while, you just want to check in with your girl, I go by just Kiki87. My real name is Kiana. And I've just given birth December the 24th, 2024. Yes. And I gave birth to a baby boy, and his name is Amari. He is 1 year old now. Can't believe it. It just completely flew by. I am a mom of 7. No, I did not give birth to 7 kids. I was blessed enough to give birth to now 5 kids. I have 2 bonus sons. Bonus sons. That's what it is. But anyways, I gave birth back in December in 2024. And I recorded that entire pregnancy. I gave pregnancy updates. We did the Amazon baby registry box unboxing. I even recorded. I recorded all the way up to Vlogmas, which is in December. I recorded from. I did mine's weekly. I recorded all the way up until I went into labor. Which, if you was watching those pregnancy vlogs, you know I kept repeatedly saying, obsessively saying that I give birth on my 38th week. Well, lo and behold, I gave birth on my 37th week, which was I was only a few days shy of my 38th week. But honey child, I ended up having to be induced because of my high blood pressure. Not because of my high blood pressure. That my pressure just kept rising, child. But anyway, I was induced. I did 17 hours of labor, and all to have an emergency C-section. That was my first C-section out of my previous 4 pregnancies and 4 labors. My 5th one was an emergency C-section, which happened to be my first one. But yes, let's get into how I've been doing. My birthday is next month, February 4th. Aquarius in the building. I ain't big on all that horoscope shit. Y'all know that. But anyways, health-wise, let's start with that. And I'm going to keep it all the way honest with you guys. And this video might be a little long. I'm going to try not to make it so long. But I want to give you all aspects. I'm being honest with you guys. So, around, what was that? 3 months postpartum, I started to get sick. And when I say sick, like I was having problems breathing. And it would always happen at night around the same time. I shit you not. It was happening at night around the same time every night. Like it was hard. It was getting harder to do simple things like walking from my front door to the car, which is not a giant distance. It's really not. And I would have a hard time. And forgive me if I keep looking this way, because I'm looking at my rearview mirror, seeing who behind me. But yeah, so it was just hard to do small tasks. Even you know, it was so bad that I was like, around that same time at night, I would wheeze. Like I would have to get on the machine, the nebulizer. And even after that, it would feel better, but I would still catch myself like, like that. And I would be I could feel like this fluid sensation around my heart. It felt like I was a water bottle, just me, and I could feel the water sloshing around, but in my chest area, like around my heart type. And that was scary. Now I went on, and I don't advise y'all to do this. Don't do that shit. Don't do what I did. I won't say pushed it off, but I thought it was like my asthma flaring up. And that, flushy, watery feeling I was feeling, I was like, damn, that must be a new little symptom. But it wasn't. So I started to just not feel good, period. I became a little weak. Come on, UPS, when I'm talking. But I started to feel weak, just plain sick. And it was becoming hard. It really didn't. It was affecting me breastfeeding just a little bit, but not really. But it got to a point where I just was like, man, I gotta set an appointment with the doctor. So I set an appointment, but I couldn't get in to see my primary care doctor, which I love to pieces. So I was able to get in to see one of the nurses. And I went in to see her, and as I'm coming in at that time, I hadn't had Amari's stroller. We had just had the car seat because, you know, the babe bought the car seat and not the combo set. But anyway, that's another story. So I was carrying his car seat, and you guys know, excuse me, a newborn baby and a car seat, believe it or not, that gets heavy. And I'm already wheezing. I could barely do much. And the baby was at work, which he got to go to work because we got to live in this house. The bills got to be paid. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do that on my own. And I was carrying his car seat to, you know, walking, you know, park the car in the parking garage. And had to walk across the street to get to the building. It was so much. And I, just doing that, I shit you not, y'all, I stopped at least 4 to 5 times, just like, and people were looking at me because I was carrying a big ass car seat with a small little baby in it, and I had to stop several times before I even crossed the damn street, to be honest with you. So I finally got in the building, finally got on the elevator, finally got to the walkway leading into the door of my doctor's office. And even in the doorway, I was like, girl, it looked like I was running 100 miles. But I got in the back, and she could see that I was like, not stumbling, but kind of leaning up against the wall as I was walking, because I just couldn't do it. It was like, I'm such a, I hate to say it, I guess admit it, I'm such semi of a stubborn person that I was like, I'm gonna make it. I kept, you know, amping myself up. Come on. But I get in there, and she immediately gives me a echocardiogram, you know, that little test with all those patches that go damn near everywhere. And she was like, ooh. You know, I saw the look on her face, and she, you know, sent some medication over to my local pharmacy. And I think that's when it was it said I was supposed to see a cardiologist? No, not then. So fast forward, I think it was set up where, I don't know, but fast forward, she did set me up with a cardiologist. So that appointment came like 2 weeks later. It was a bit of time, but leading all the way up to seeing the cardiologist for the first time, I was getting sicker, and I could tell. So it was becoming like I could barely do anything. That goes with cooking, and I kept doing it, kept trying. Well, I ain't gonna lie, let me not sit here and lie. I kept doing it because I was like, I gotta do my part. And the baby kept getting in my ass. What are you doing? You need to lay down. You need to chill. And I kept fighting the fight of breastfeeding, which was going fairly decent. And keep in mind, this is all at 3 months postpartum. And so the appointment finally gets there, and that was around the time. I think the kids were, I think they were on break. Because they were home, and I never forget this. I made it to my cardiologist appointment, and I had Lamaya, my oldest daughter, Kaylani, my second daughter, and Mikai. He was with me, and then of course Amari. So I had 4 of my kids with me. And we went up to the appointment, and even that day I didn't feel good. So I'm drove all the way there, and luckily by this time I had we had got the stroller car seat combo. So I was pushing this time. And we get to the appointment, and like I said then, I think I said I made a video about it. I had a ass of a cardiologist. Not anymore. But luckily he did save me at that point of time. But I get there, and we were, you know, got to the back, checked in and everything. We get to the back, and they do another echocardiogram on me. And the doctor hadn't came in just yet. And as the nurse, she was unattached, and she takes the results back to the doctor. And it didn't take him long to get back there. And he came, you know, in, not rushing in, but, you know, you could say he was coming in on business. Like, I gotta go see this for myself. So he takes off his, I'm going to say this word wrong. That's a thing that checks your heart. And he put it in, his ears, and he was putting it on my chest. But I noticed that he didn't put it like on my skin. He just was kind of like this. Just say this is my chest. He was hovering like this. He wasn't touching me like that. He was hovering it over my chest. And then he did the same thing to my back, just hovering over it. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, he ain't even doing it right. Little did I know, he was definitely doing his job and doing it right. But so he was like, he stopped, he took it off, and he walked in front of me and was like, do you have anyone to come and pick the kids up? And I was like, and then when he asked me that, I got scared immediately. I was like, I mean, not really, but what's going on? He's like, I need you to go to the emergency room right now. Like, go straight there. Nothing else. I said, well, I got to get them home. He's like, I need you to go straight there. And he's like, because, I just need you to go to be checked into the emergency room right now. And I was like, huh? So at that point, I'm getting a little emotional because you scaring me. And my kids, they were just looking. I would have never brought them to that appointment had I known that was going to happen, obviously. And they were just looking like, they wasn't scared, but they were just like, what's going on? And I was like, okay. I mean, I see what I can do. He was like, no, I don't want you to see what you can do. I need you to go to the emergency room right now. So he leaves out. He said, I'm going to make sure you get checked out and all that. So I'm leaving out, me, the kids. And I'm like, and then, fast forward, I get in the car and I call my oldest son, which is at the time, he's 19 now. I call him and I said, hey, I need you to, help me watch your siblings. So he leaves his spot, comes to mine, and I have to drive all the way back home. At this point, I can't go straight to the emergency room because I can't take all of my kids and a newborn baby in there. I'm not going to do that. So I just drove back all the way back home and had him watch him. And as I'm telling my son that my oldest, I'm crying and I'm scared because at this point, I don't know what the fuck going on. I just know I don't feel good, and I've gotten worse in the 2-week span from that appointment that I had with the nurse lady. So, this shit getting long, ain't it? I'm going to just keep telling it. But so I get home and I done called the bay and I'm telling him what's going on. And of course, he's way, like hours and hours away from Jacksonville, which is where I'm at. The bay is in HVAC, so he be fixing everybody's stuff. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked like a mug. But, so I got home and my oldest son, just so happened, he was there. And we basically kind of swapped. I dropped the kids off, with him at my house. And I just got my bearings. I tried to get my bearings, child. And I got back in the car. I just made sure, because at this point, my youngest is 3 months old. So I made sure I was telling him what to do, what not to do, call me, all that stuff. And then I left. And as I'm literally driving myself to the fucking emergency room because my cardiologist wanted me to. Excuse me, this whole time I'm like, Lord, am I dying? What's going on? I'm scared. I'm kind of definitely emotional. So I get to the emergency room and I let them know, hey, my cardiologist sent me here. I let them know what, the appointment and all that jazz. And they're looking at me like, okay, boom. Because I guess he don't really too much send people over there like that. So I get in and they're seeing me or whatever. And the doctor came in, emergency room doctor. And he was like, and at that point I was there for a few hours. And of course the bay, calling back and forth. And he says that we think that you're having postpartum cardiomyopathy. He told me it's a freak thing. It happens after you have give birth. It usually happens around the third. I think he said the third or fourth month. I know he definitely said the third month. And I was literally just, sitting in my third month of postpartum. He said that it happens around that time. And it's a freak thing. It does happen. But right at that point, I won't say just starting. So I was explaining to him like the symptoms I was having. He was like, yes. And he gave me another echocardiogram. And this time he went and got it's like an ultrasound. But instead of going on my belly, it went on my heart, on my chest. And he was watching. And he was like, yeah. He wouldn't say exactly, he explained a little of what he was seeing. But you can tell he was seeing more and just didn't want to break it to me yet until he was sure, I guess. And I had so many tests and my blood was taken. It was just a lot going on. And then I was just sitting there, and I think I asked him, would I be able to go home today? I was already ready to go home. I'm like, okay, boom, you say what it is. I'm going to go home. And he was like, he didn't say it out of his mouth, but he let me look like, girl, you ain't going no damn where. So he, left out the room, and hours later, that, come back in, he was like, that I was going to have to be admitted. Fast forward, I ended up being admitted into the hospital 3 months postpartum because of postpartum cardiomyopathy. Look that up, guys. Postpartum cardiomyopathy. Look it up. There's so much that goes into that. So, I ended up being in the hospital for 4 days. 4 whole ass days with, my heart having issues, and come to find out it was so bad that I think my heart was beating at such a low rate. They were coming into my room like as if I was in the ICU part, which I wasn't, but they was coming in my room so frequently. At that point, they had a monitor on me. It was in like a little pocket right here in front of my gown, but it was attached like right on, not right on my heart, but like monitoring on my skin, but monitoring my heart. And your heart is supposed to beat at a certain pace, but mine was well below where it was supposed to be. I think it was at like, I want to say, oh my goodness. Basically, instead of being how it was supposed to be beating and, fast or whatever, it was so slow. And I could tell that it was kind of slow because I was like this. It was taking everything in me just to sit upright. And I was getting so many medications. I was getting worried. But everything that they were giving me, I kept asking. I said, hey, I'm breastfeeding. Is this breastfeeding safe? Like, is it? Because on that floor, I was on the heart floor. The heart part of the hospital. It's not funny because I'm trying to say it right. But, the baby had to keep bringing Amari to me because I was breastfeeding. So, and I asked the nurse, I was like, I just had a baby and, I'm a breastfeeding mother. Like, he has to eat. She's like, it is totally fine. Because, visiting hours stopped. But they let my, the baby keep bringing Amari so that I could feed him. And I could have pumped. But honestly, guys, I was so scared and just, like, not knowing what the fuck to do. That shit did not cross my mind. I just was feeding. He would literally bring him every few hours. Or he'd just stay up there for a long point of time. So I was, breastfeeding them. And, man, that whole experience was scary for them 4 days. And then I finally got released. And, but while up there, it was a whole situation. Like, that shit was a truth. Let me tell you something. Advocate for yourself. You hear me? If you believe in something, then believe it. But don't be believing bullshit. But I just had to fight for myself. Me being an African-American woman, and one fella let you do me in. But it was that, yeah. But now here I am 1 year postpartum. I am still on heart medication. I have 3 medications. 2 of those medications I take during the day, and the third one I have to take 2 times a day. I see my cardiologist like it's nobody's business. Well, actually, I haven't seen. Okay, let me go back a little bit. I had to switch cardiologists because that first appointment where I met him, I ended up seeing him like 3 or 4 more times, and I just could not do it. At the third appointment, I was in tears. I told the lady at checkout, like, I don't want to see. I have to see somebody else, please. That's another reason why you should advocate for yourself. I made a vlog about that, and this whole ordeal, everything that's going on, I was making my vlogs still. So if you've been rocking, and that gap of time, what I'm talking about. But if not, go back, check it out. But I ended up getting a new one, and the cardiologist that came to see me while I was, admitted into the hospital, I got one of her co-workers, but I ended up seeing her too because I was in the middle of transitioning from that cardiologist, the dude, to another one. But they ended up booking me to see her too, but I ended up going with the other guy, but she's wonderful. But yeah, so I see that cardiologist. I'll be up in there so much that they have literally seen Amari grow. Like, I'm there so much because I have to be. And I also see a pacemaker specialist. Y'all know what a pacemaker is. It's a thingy. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. It's a little device that goes in your chest right beside your heart and kind of, I don't want to say it because my grandma, she had it. But I see him because, and he was an asshole too the very first time I saw him. He was too. But once he seen that I'm not finna go for no bullshit and you're not finna talk, over me and like not let me get a word in edgewise, I started to grow on him and he started to grow on me. Now we just used to each other and we communicate even better now. Thank God, because he was getting on my damn nerves that first and half of that second visit. But now it's better, which I'm glad and grateful for. But I see him, I've seen him 2 times now, maybe 3 times. 3 times. I go to see him this month as well, January. So, and he was like, you're too young to be in here. I don't want you to have to come and see me because I don't want to have to give you a device. And I was like, you right, boss? But I did end up getting a heart monitor for, I think it was like, for a month, I think. I think it was for a month. Yeah, I think it was a month. And I did a video on that too. Check that out. But, yeah. So, that monitor was a trip. And that just basically, the result of that was basically I need to take that medication a little longer. But fast forward, I ended up seeing my new cardiologist. And he was like, give me a year. And I'm going to get your heart back right. And so far, and I did end up having to have another visual echocardiogram. That was my second one. Usually you're not supposed to have those, I guess, too close to each other. So I did have one some months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago now. But before that second visual one, I started, because this all the way leading from the point of finding out I have postpartum cardiomyopathy until maybe like right before I seen the pacemaker specialist. I think I was taking it serious, but in the back of my mind, I was like, man, this shit, I'm just tired of taking all this motherfucking medicine, blah, 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 and, just popping my shit because I'm just being ignorant to the fact that some real shit is going on with my heart. I was taking it serious, but I wasn't really doing what I probably should have been doing. But up until, like, right before I had my second visual, my echocardiogram, like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before I had it, I was like, you know what? Light went off in my head. Common sense smacked me in the face like, bitch, get your shit together. I started working out. I started doing my thug. I started doing my thing. And I started working out. And I was like, okay. And then, fast forward a little bit, I got into this workout challenge with this girl that I follow on Instagram. And her Instagram just recently got hacked, which is so fucked up. But check her out. I'm going to put the name right here. You see it. So I started following her and doing her workouts. And I participated in the turkey burn fat and build muscle challenge, I think it was called. And it was a 4-week challenge. And let me tell you, I had a time. I'm actually in a second challenge right now, and it's the 100K challenge. You can win some money on. And I completed that first challenge, which I'm so grateful for because it gave me more of a boost. But I got the results from my second echocardiogram, and it was a change. Like, something is changing in my heart where it's getting a little bit better. Maybe not enough, but it's changing. It's going in the right direction. But as much as I hate taking this medicine every day, I really do. And I do not want to take it for the rest of my life. But if I have to take it for, some more months or maybe a year, then I will. Because your girl trying to stick around and get on y'all nerves. And I'm going to stop joking. I just want to be here for my kids. And I now have a granddaughter. I got shit I want and need to do. But I've been working out since, so that's a total of maybe 2, maybe 3 months now of me working out consistently. Have I lost any weight? I don't really see it, but the babe says he does. And even the kids say they do. I do notice a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm in my second workout challenge right now. And I'm on week 3 of that. And this one is 6 weeks. And yeah, so, hey, I'm trying. But I said all that to say your girl got sick, child, and got that postpartum cardiomyopathy. And I'm working on that, trying to do what I need to do to get better. But, let's move on to mentally. Mentally, I've been all over the damn place. Like, it's been a trip. The thing that has been weighing me down mentally the most is going through this postpartum myopathy and feeling like I'm doing it alone. When I say alone, I don't mean like, well, I have my kids and, of course, the bae, but I've cut off a lot of people. Let me be honest. I've cut off a lot of motherfuckers that didn't do me no good. Or didn't, just wasn't right for me. And it just, since having this whole postpartum myopathy, I've learned that the things that triggers it, and stress is the number one, which I had a lot of. Me being concerned with things that wasn't my damn business, and me just needing to, child, it's the number one stress. And I cut off a lot of people and a lot of things that did me no good, or it brought me stress. If I had to worry about something that was concerning you, or I felt like something in the past that you did that is still fucking with me about, I cut your ass off. Period. But there is one person that I have not talked to in a while, and I haven't seen her in a while. Oh, not me about to shed a thug tear. Get my shit together now. No, we ain't doing that. But there is one person that I don't want to say I cut her off, but I haven't reached out like I probably should have. And that's my godmother, Jackie. And I know you watch my videos. I fucking love you to death. You know, you are a mother to me. She's my godmother, but she's my mama too. You know I love you. And she also understands me, that how I am, or how I operate, I guess. She's the one person that I regret not talking to more and not visually seeing more. You know I love you. Everybody else, fuck y'all. You're cut off for a reason. You're doing me no good. You're stressing me the fuck out. And I really can't afford that over my health. It is not that damn serious. Hell no. Skadoodle. And I hate to be like that, but I got to put me first. I have to put me first. I have to. And it's so serious for me, because if I don't put myself first in this whole situation with my health, I bet you could die. And I'm not trying to die for no damn stress that somebody brought on to me. Bad energy. I cut that shit out too. I don't want nothing to do with no drama. With no he said, she said shit that I know nothing about. With no negativeness. Negativity, no crap. There's no bullshit. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. If it pisses me off, cut off. If it makes me sad, cut the fuck off. If it makes me feel a way that I can't even give a word to, cut the fuck off. Like, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. But that's where I was at mentally. Today is a good day, and I did start this, as you can see. I'm also in something in my youngest school, Kaylani. That's who I'm in the parent pickup line for now. And they have this thing called All Pro Dads, where they invite all the dads or uncles or brothers, where they come and meet up at the school. You know, I think it's once a month. But it's another thing started for the moms. It's called Sheroes. So fucking cute. And I go to that. I attend those meetings. I've been to all of them so far this year. And they gave us this composition book where we can write our thoughts, our feelings, you know, things like that. And I started, even though she gave us this way before I started writing in it, I'm calling, you guys can barely see it, But I call mine my year in 2026. And on January 1st, New Year's Day, I started writing in mine. I write in it every day. Every day. I'm not capping to you. I write on the front, in the back. Like, I wrote in it last night, as you can see. You can barely see, but January 19th, 2026. I even write the time because in my mind, I want to write in this book every day. And around this time next year, I'm going to go back, flip this sucker open, and read it like it's a book. Because it is. But that has been helping a lot. I'm pretty sure all the year isn't going to fit in this one book, but I'm going to make it work. I just want to go back and read it. But other than that, I've been okay. I have some bad days. I'm talking about bad-ass days. And then I have those good days like today. Today's a blessing. What else? And I have so much stuff that's going on that I can't begin. If I told it, y'all would not even believe me. I'm not lying about that. You wouldn't believe me. And I ain't gonna put that out here because, nah. And what else? Yeah, I'm getting married this year. Yeah. I'm Asher? Ew. I'm getting married this year. The plan is to do it the courthouse, but we both, especially me, still want to have those special moments that you have in a wedding, like pictures with a real photographer, me in a nice dress, him in a tux, like something of a reception. You know, we still want to be celebrated as a married couple, just not the traditional way, because honey, I'll be honest with y'all, the way my pockets is set up, I can't rock with that. And I don't want to spend $50,000 on one day. No. You put that 50 on my ring. Even though I got my ring already. But I'm just saying, I don't want to have to owe nothing for one day. That's just me. No, girl, and guys, I am petrified of owing anybody. That scares the hell out of me. Nope. I don't want to have to owe you. No. But that's not to say that we are not going to have a big wedding. In the future we are, but we're going to do it courthouse style right now. And then we're going to have a big wedding in the future, which probably won't be long. Who knows? But yes, that's the good side. Yeah, he put a ring on it. Yeah, so that's it. I know this video is long as hell because I'm at, 34 minutes already. I done talked y'all head completely the fuck off. But, yeah, other than that, you know my mental, you know my health. What else? Obviously I've had my, I had my 6-week checkup, obviously. But I do go for my year postpartum checkup next month in February, like after my birthday. And I am going to speak with her, my OB. I'm going to speak with her about getting a tube ligation, getting my tubes tied. Honestly, you can take the motherfuckers out. I'll be real with you. Like, cause at this point, I can't. And, matter of fact, let me jump back. Come here, sit down. For real. I cannot have another baby, or I will die. Yeah, that pause wasn't for the dramatics, but it's real. My heart can't take another pregnancy or another birth. Just like I said, I cut everything off that's caused me stress. Yeah, stress can take me out. Another pregnancy could take me out. Another birth could take me out. And yeah, no. So in order to, yes, I can get on birth control, but I don't like the way it affects my mind and my body. And yeah, I can get my tubes tied. That's what I'm leaning towards. But just the other day I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? And I've been having some powerful PMS, like periods. I don't want that either. That's a bonus to get rid of those. Just take it out. Just saying. God done blessed me 5 times. And I got 2 bonus. Oh, baby, I'm good. For real, I am. Just saying. But yes, that's where I'm at with that. But, sorry guys, I know I talked y'all head off, but it feels good to get it all out. It's going to take me forever to edit this, honey. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming back and checking your girl out or checking up on your girl. My Instagram will be down below in the description box. Make sure you follow me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ooh, I had to crack my finger. That's about it. I'm trying to make sure I got everything out of my system to let y'all know, because this is a 1-year postpartum update. But until the next time, thank you. And ladies and fellas, but mainly the ladies, if something does not feel right postpartum health-wise, if something doesn't feel right, don't push it off, shrug it off, or think it's something else. Let your doctor know. Go to the doctor. That's a bill I don't mind having to pay or owe, because my health matters more than that. And yours should too. Yours does. Not should, it does. If something doesn't feel right, you think it sounds crazy, man, go in and check it out. Because to a doctor, it could not be crazy. You could be hitting the nail right on the head. Go get checked out, sis. Please, do that for me, okay? And come back and let me know you good. DM me that, because I don't want everybody to know your business. But, check your health out, okay? Because it's that serious. But until the next time, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I always respond back. And, of course, subscribe. So go on over and click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And, again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Peace.